welcome to part 3 of turbocharging the Honda Insight. Today we're gonna be installing the adapter we made last episode. We're gonna officially install this and have it as be a part in the car for the rest of the build. So we're not gonna take it back out and put it back in. And today we're gonna be doing downpipe. Basically, we're gonna talk about downpipe on what to use, how we're gonna figure it out together, because what you conceptualize and formulate in your heads and start ordering parts and put it together and go, oh, this isn't actually gonna work the way I wanted it to. And that's fine. This is what builds are all about, especially when there's not a lot of information. You kind of have to like figure it out yourself. So putting this in today, I'm gonna talk about downpipe. So basically, this is a downpipe you can buy on Amazon, eBay. It's got 2 bungs here, and then it's all V-clamp. I want to say it's 2 1/4 inch V-clamp piping. So this is gonna high flow down off the turbo on the exhaust side. It'll go through, and then there'll be another 90-degree bend I got in here, stainless V-clamp. It'll go right to the high flow cat, and that'll go throughout the exhaust, and we'll do the custom exhaust. It's another, they're just going to talk about downpipe today, and we're going to try to figure out how to put this thing on, because right now it's looking like, if you look at the turbo, and this is how it sits inside the car, if you're looking at it from the firewall side, that this side, this is going to be too close to the wheel well. You know, that's how far out it goes. And if we could get it to go flush more, should be able to fit. We're going to try to knock it on with this adapter. This is a little adapter. This is why the GT15 stuff's really nice, because everything's just, you order it, you bolt it on. You don't have to worry about doing a lot of fab, but I might have to fab. I've got another turbo back plate here, which is nice, so I can take this off and we can just weld on this part, remove all this unnecessary length to shorten it, so we can just bolt that downpipe on. So we're gonna see what we need. Hopefully it fits, and if it doesn't, then we'll go from there. But that's what we're gonna do today, is do downpipe. So we'll install the exhaust on. Ooh, look at that in there, turbine way down there, and yeah, we'll get to putting this on. All right. So this is pretty good. So what I'm gonna do is I'll use some JB. This is just red silicone. I use this stuff all the time in motorcycles for exhaust manifolds, and it even says it right on there, exhaust manifolds. So I use it on the gasket just to kind of double seal, especially, you know, some of these gaskets that are hard to find. Just put a little layer on there. Nice sealing surface. On the other side. I'll cover up any imperfections, the engine block on the head or the pipe that I made. Slide that right on. Okay, a little wipey dipe, and slide on the new header. Oh, good. Yeah, that's better. Nice and stuck. Okay, you can tell it's snowing out now, and so we're gonna put the old bolts back in. I also replaced some of the tired lock washers with some new ones, just because I like the idea. Oh, good, they don't fit. No, maybe I won't be doing that. I'll just use the old ones. Fine. What you want to do? Do it that way. Whatever you want, car. The lock washer's back on. put the gloves on because I've been dealing with silicone. I don't really want to have silicone on my hands for a few days. So back on there. Oh, already broken. Welcome to the party. So we're tightening up the bolts, putting the new header on that I built last episode. Then we're gonna start seeing if we can't get that downpipe on. And then I also gotta play with the oil cooling system, oil lubrication system. Cooling, lubrication, same difference, doing the same job, doing two things at once. Just like an oil cooled bike. There we go. There's that. Then we got this last one here. So this one's like a 13.5, or a ½ inch plus a millimeter. It's just weird. That looks pretty good. One more tighten here. Like I said, the bolt is not quite ½ inch. A little more. Needs a little more coaxing. Not quite there. There, that's where I want it. That's good. That's good. I'll do one quick little crank on these two. That's good. Perfect. That's good. I'm happy with that. All right, let's go back to knocking the turbo. All right, so like I said, we're just gonna see if this downpipe fits. Don't know if it's going to. I don't know. I just want to see if it will. Okay. Come on, baby. You fit yesterday. Yeah, I got problems here. There we go. Okay, so that'll go on like that. Now, trick is, there's that intake. That's fine. Play with that. Goes in here. Well, we got problems. We got problems. We got problems. Big time problems. So we got a couple of problems interference wise. Mainly drive axle. There's a sway bar there. That's in the way. And we're getting a lot of interaction going on. That drive axle is going to hit that. Oh, that's not good. The balancer on the drive axle is right there. Let me take a look and see. Okay, so this is why it's always good to measure before you do anything. So turbo's lined up. That looks good. That's fine. That's all good. But here's the problem. As you can see, there's the drive axle. There's the sway arm. There's downpipe. And it doesn't quite fit. I don't think even cut length shortening it will make it work. The only way it's gonna work, the turbo is up more. That's the only way, really. There's no way to move the turbo up, obviously, unless I remodify something. But see, because that's where it wants to be, right there. And still, I'm not happy with that. So we're like an inch too much. Let's see what happens when I do this. I might have to do something fancy here. Take out this bottom part here. See what happens. Let's see. And take out this bottom. Let's see where we're at. See how we're looking. See what is gonna fit and what's not. I don't even think this is gonna work. I don't think there's any way this is gonna possibly work, this pipe anyways. Because where it's heading, as I do a complete down, and then take a look at how we do all this. The other way we could do it, the turbo on the side, but we can't do that at this point. Okay. Don't eat that. All right, see what happens when I put that in here. Okay. So, we got a couple problems still. All right, that won't work at all. Oh, good. Why don't you just fall? Locked. I think I see a solution. Why do we do these fabs? There. All right, so I got the downpipe fabbed up. This is not final. I guess still gotta install stuff and gotta work on the turbo install, finish that up with oil. But I'm gonna keep it here for today. As you can see, I got the downpipe. Goes down, and you can see there's this clearing. It's like a little spot right before we actually interfere with. Goes right around the drive axle. Little clearance on that. I'm gonna have to use like I guess I'm gonna do some bracketry, which I have. I can have some exhaust brackets made and kind of secure this downpipe a little more. But it's gonna go down. All right, so traffic. New Yorker. Hey, Flatlander, how you doing? Flatlander. So that's about it. I got the downpipe in. Flatlander. Everyone's going skiing. Another Flatlander. You're going 50. It's a 35, jerk. So I got the downpipe pretty much the way I want it. You know, it'll be able to let me another Flatlander. Man, there's so many Flatlanders today, and I can't get a word in without them driving by. So yeah, I got the downpipe in. Got it the way I like it set up. We'll see how it goes. And I'm gonna try to get that extension out so I can get a little more on the bottom, so I can get shooting down the center of the car, and then I can build the exhaust. So that'll get me in for this. I'm gonna order some more V-clamps and maybe a 12-inch pipe for the downpipe, and then figure out the plumbing and stuff. So this is all I'm gonna do for this episode. Nothing too crazy. But that's the downpipe. You know, you get that downpipe, you can get the adapters, like I said. You get the V-clamp, I think it's like 2.5 inch or 2 1/4. Don't quote me on that. I gotta look and see. I'm pretty sure it's a 2 inch. And then we'll get that all set, and then we can be able to, you know, build the exhaust off that. And the exhaust will be different, it'll be a different episode. But I think we got the downpipe where I want it. I got the header on and installed, so it's on there. The turbo's just chilling. I'm gonna lock up this thing. We're supposed to get like 6 to 8 inches of snow today, which is perfect. Like always, just perfect. Yeah, so that's all I got for you guys. If you like what you see, like and subscribe, follow the build. I gotta do my gauges. I'm trying to decide what I'm gonna do next. Probably gauges while I wait for parts to come in. And figure out the oiling. I'm gonna think on that, because like I said, I'm half tempted to just see what an auxiliary oil sump system would be, just so it'd have its own oiling system with an old oil cooler and stuff like that, which would pull some amps, which is fine. You know, I should be fine with pulling some amps on that. I'm just gonna see how much that would cost and if it's a good idea or not. I'm just thinking about like thicker viscosity in the oil, in the turbo with a cooler, so that, you know, I'm not cooling the engine down, but I have an extra cooler on the turbo. So things to think about. So all right, I'm gonna tune it off. I'll talk to you later.